Welcome back to Financial Hunter, where we hunt down the invisible predators that silently devour your hard-earned wealth. Every single day, you might think your finances are secure, but there are hidden leaks draining your bank account without you even noticing them. These expenses are not large purchases, but small, silent killers that accumulate over time to destroy your long-term financial freedom. Today, we are going to expose 10 specific types of invisible costs that are eroding your assets right under your nose. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly where your money is going and how to finally stop the bleeding. Most people only see the tip of the iceberg, but the massive bulk of wasted money lies hidden beneath the surface. We need to look closer at our daily habits and the systems designed to extract maximum value from our passive behavior. It starts with a few dollars here and there, but soon these microtransactions become a flood that drowns your savings goals. Let us begin our investigation with the first and most common trap that catches almost everyone in the modern digital age. We call this phenomenon subscription creep, where monthly recurring payments slowly take over your budget without you realizing the total cost. Companies are experts at designing free trials that automatically convert into paid subscriptions, betting on your forgetfulness to make a profit. You sign up for a week of access, but life gets busy, and suddenly you have paid for 6 months of service. This is the business model of the future, creating passive income for corporations by extracting passive payments from your bank account. $5 a month seems insignificant, almost like a cup of coffee, but over a decade, that is $600 lost. The problem is not one subscription. It is the accumulation of 5, 10, or even 20 small services stacking up together. They make signing up incredibly easy with one click, but canceling often requires navigating a maze of confusing menus and questions. Psychologically, we categorize these small payments as negligible noise, which is exactly why they are so dangerous to your wealth. If you audit your credit card statement today, you will likely find at least the subscriptions you thought you had canceled. These are parasitic costs that provide zero value to your life, but continue to feed on your resources month after month. Moving on to the second major predator, we must discuss the institutions we trust to keep our money safe, the banks. Bank fees are designed to penalize you for mistakes, effectively taxing you for being busy, forgetful, or temporarily low on funds. Maintenance fees are the most absurd concept, charging you money simply for the privilege of letting the bank hold your cash. The most predatory of all is the overdraft fee, which hits you exactly when you can least afford to pay it. Imagine buying a $5 coffee and being charged $35 because your transaction was processed a few minutes delayed. This system is designed to punish those with lower balances, while offering free services to those who already have plenty of money. ATM fees are another trap, charging you to access your own liquid cash simply because you are not near your branch. We often pay these fees for convenience, thinking it is just a few dollars. But convenience is the enemy of wealth. Minimum balance requirements trap your capital in low-interest accounts, preventing you from investing that money where it could actually grow. Banks rely on the fact that you will not read the fine print or challenge these charges when they appear on statements. The secret is that many of these fees can be waived if you simply call and ask, but few people do. Our third category attacks you when you are most vulnerable and seeking comfort, convenience, and platform fees on digital apps. These platforms master the art of showing you a low price initially, only to add multiple fees at the final checkout step. You see the price of the meal, but then comes the service fee, the delivery fee, and sometimes even a small order fee. By the time you see the total, you have already committed emotionally to the purchase. So you pay the premium without thinking. Not only are there extra fees, but the menu prices themselves are often inflated on apps compared to buying directly in store. This is essentially a laziness tax, charging you a premium of 30 to 40% simply to avoid leaving your house. Ticket platforms are notorious for this, adding processing fees that have no relation to the actual cost of processing a digital payment. These platforms have normalized the idea that we should pay extra for the privilege of spending our own money with them. Reclaiming this money requires a little effort, like cooking at home or picking up your own food, but the savings are massive. Now, let us walk down the grocery aisle to find a thief that hides in plain sight. The phenomenon of shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is a subtle manipulation where companies reduce the quantity or size of a product while keeping the price exactly the same. You grab your favorite bag of chips, not noticing that it is 20 grams lighter than it was just a year ago. Manufacturers use clever tricks like indenting the bottom of jars or adding more air to bags to disguise the reduction. They know that consumers are price sensitive, but weight insensitive. You notice a price hike, but you rarely notice a missing ounce. Even toilet paper rolls have wider cardboard cores now, meaning you are paying the same amount for significantly less actual product. This effectively increases the unit price of your groceries, forcing you to buy more frequently to maintain the same standard of living. Candy bars are redesigned with curved edges or larger gaps, all engineering decisions made solely to protect corporate profit margins. The only way to fight this is to stop looking at the retail price and start checking the price per unit or weight. Shrinkflation makes you feel like you are buying the same things, yet your grocery budget somehow runs out faster every month. Our next invisible cost preys on your loyalty and your reluctance to deal with customer service, the loyalty drift. Loyalty drift occurs when service providers slowly increase your rates over time. Simply because you have stayed with them for years, you sign up with a great introductory offer. But once that period ends, the price creeps up to the standard rate. Companies often offer their best deals exclusively to new customers, effectively penalizing you for being a loyal, long-term subscriber. Insurance companies are famous for this. They count on you simply renewing your policy without shopping around for a better quote. This is a tax on passivity, often. A single phone call threatening to cancel is enough to restore your original promotional rate. By failing to negotiate or switch providers, you could be overpaying by hundreds of dollars a year for the exact same service. Sometimes, loyalty means you are paying premium prices for outdated technology or slower speeds than what new customers are getting today. You must treat your service contracts as temporary arrangements that need to be renegotiated regularly, not as permanent life decisions. As we move into the physical realm of your home, we find the silent energy vampires, phantom energy, and electricity waste. Phantom energy refers to the electricity consumed by devices when they are turned off or in standby mode, but still plugged in. Your chargers, televisions, and game consoles are constantly sipping power to stay ready for a remote signal or instant boot up. It may seem like a trickle, but this standby power can account for up to 10% of your monthly electricity bill. If a charger feels warm to the touch when not in use, it is actively converting your money into waste heat. Using smart power strips or simply unplugging devices can instantly stop this leak, putting that money back into your pocket. From your home to your travels, we encounter the frustration of unbundled services, also known as the microcharge explosion. Companies have learned to unbundle services that used to be free, breaking them down into separate, paid add-ons to increase revenue. Airlines are the masters of this, charging you separately for checked bags, carry-ons, seat selection, and even printing your boarding pass. It happens at gyms too, where towels, lockers, or group classes that were once included now come with an extra daily fee. Hotels add resort fees for amenities you never use, effectively hiding the true cost of the room until you arrive. This trend of stripping down the base product forces you to pay more just to get the functional experience you expected. Next, let us talk about the cost of poor maintenance and the high price of ignoring small problems until they become big ones. Deferred maintenance is a hidden debt. By delaying necessary repairs on your car, home, or health, you are compounding future costs. Skipping a $50 oil change today can lead to a $5,000 engine replacement down the road. Ignoring a small cavity saves you money this month, but costs you a fortune in dental surgery a year from now. Preventative maintenance is not an expense. It is an investment that protects you from catastrophic financial shocks in the future. Even your health is a financial asset. Neglecting it creates invisible future liabilities that will eventually come due with interest. We often ignore the social costs of spending, the pressure to keep up with appearances that drains our wallets silently. Lifestyle creep happens when your spending rises to match your income, leaving you with no extra savings despite earning more. You get a raise, so you buy a better car, eat at nicer restaurants, and suddenly that extra money is gone. This invisible cost is driven by the desire to signal status. Buying things we do not need to impress people we do not like. True wealth is what you do not see. It is the money saved and invested, not the money spent on flashing displays. To combat this, you must automate your savings first, pretending that your raise never happened so you can build real wealth. Finally, the most dangerous cost of all is not money you lose, but the money you fail to earn, opportunity cost. Every dollar wasted on fees or unnecessary subscriptions is a dollar that could have been working for you in the market. When you waste $50 on fees, you are not just losing $50, you are losing the thousands it could become. This is the true tragedy of invisible costs. They rob you of the compounding power that leads to early financial freedom. Regret is expensive. The small leaks we discussed today are stealing your future time and freedom, not just your current cash. But the good news is that you can stop this today. You have the power to plug these leaks instantly. Start by auditing your bank statements from the last 3 months. Highlight every recurring charge and ask if it brings value. Use technology to your advantage. Set up alerts for every transaction so you feel the pain of payment in real time. Be ruthless with fees. If a bank charges you, switch banks. If a service hikes prices, switch providers without hesitation. Educate yourself and your family. Awareness is the strongest weapon you have against the corporations trying to drain your wallet. By eliminating these invisible costs, you are not just saving pennies. You are reclaiming control over your life's work. Imagine what you could do with an extra $1,000 a year. That is the money waiting for you right now. Stop the leaks. Keep your wealth. Do not let the invisible predators feast on the fruits of your hard labor. Review this list of 10 invisible costs. Pick one to tackle today and watch your financial health improve immediately. If you found value in this hunt, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to save money. Thank you for watching Financial Hunter. Subscribe now to master your money, eliminate waste, and build the future you truly deserve. See you in the next video. Wait, we are not done yet. Let us dig deeper into the behavioral psychology that makes these traps so effective. These costs work on the boiling frog principle. The pain is introduced so slowly that your brain never triggers an alarm. Marketers use sensory overload to deplete your willpower, making you more likely to accept fees you would normally reject. Digital payments remove the pain of paying. Swiping a card or tapping a phone feels less real than handing over cash. Ride-sharing apps are the perfect example. You arrive and leave without ever discussing price or touching money, making spending frictionless. They also use price anchoring. By showing you a high fee first, a slightly lower fee suddenly seems like a bargain. Artificial scarcity and countdown timers create panic, forcing you to skip reading the terms and conditions to secure the deal. Free trials exploit the endowment effect. Once you hold a product or service, you value it more and hate losing it. Decision fatigue is real. Companies hit you with upsells at the end of a transaction when your willpower is lowest. To save money, you must strengthen your prefrontal cortex to override the emotional impulses. Driven by your primitive brain, implement the 24-hour rule. For any non-essential purchase, wait a full day to let the emotional excitement fade away. Calculate costs in hours of your life. Is that subscription worth 2 hours of sitting in a boring meeting every month? Try using physical cash for discretionary spending. It reintroduces the pain of paying and naturally limits how much you spend. Remove your saved credit card details from your browser. That extra minute of typing gives you time to reconsider. By adding friction back into your spending, you regain control and stop acting as a passive source of corporate profit. Your financial habits also influence those around you. Be the friend who suggests affordable activities rather than expensive outings. Building a community of like-minded financial hunters makes the journey easier and keeps you accountable to your goals. There is also an environmental cost. Every wasted product or unused subscription represents real resources extracted from the planet for nothing. Conscious spending is not just good for your wallet, it is better for the world. Less waste means a sustainable future. We have seen countless stories of people who crushed their debts simply by plugging these 10 invisible leaks we discussed. The trajectory of your life changes the moment you decide to stop bleeding money and start building your own fortress. It requires consistency. You cannot just fix these leaks once. You must remain vigilant as new fees are always invented. As technology evolves, new invisible costs will emerge. You must stay educated to recognize the next generation of financial traps. Take a moment right now to write down one action step you will take immediately. After this video ends, maybe it is calling your internet provider, or maybe it is finally canceling that gym membership you haven't used since January. Action cures fear. The anxiety you feel about money often comes from the feeling of losing control. To these hidden forces, you are the captain of your financial ship. Do not let invisible currents steer you into the rocks of poverty. Remember the 3 pillars: awareness of the fees, action to remove them, and maintenance to keep them away forever. I want to hear from you. What is the most ridiculous hidden fee you have ever discovered on a bill? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else avoid the same trap and save money. If you want to know what to do with all the money you are about to save, check out this next video. We will teach you how to turn these savings into a powerful investment portfolio that generates passive income while you sleep. The invisible has been made visible. The shadows are gone. Now it is time for you to go out and hunt. Trust your instincts, question every charge, and never apologize for protecting what is rightfully yours from corporate greed. Your financial journey is a path to freedom, and eliminating waste is the first and most important step you can take. Keep your eyes open and your wallet guarded. The world is full of traps, but you are now equipped to avoid them. This has been a deep dive into the hidden economy of fees. We hope this knowledge serves you well. Thank you for being part of our community. Together, we are building a smarter, wealthier generation of financial hunters. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a future alert from us. I am the Financial Hunter, signing off. Stay sharp, stay saved, and I will see you in the next episode.